we don't really have 20% of our own uranium. We only have about 5%. And of that 5%, that's used to generate about 20% of our electricity. So we're dependent on a company that's now controlled by Russian interests. And we should ask your guest, does he really think that today that if Bill Clinton went to Moscow, he would get $500,000 today? Or does he think that the Clinton Foundation would receive a donation of $145 million today from Russian interests? To believe that's absurd. The only reason they got that type of money because they had something to offer, and that was to greenlight, as you said, the authority of Russian interests to gain control of uranium, and they thought that at least it was in their strategic interest. Well, all part of a reset effort by the Obama administration.
Hey, follow me at DaveWeinbaum.com, on Twitter at TheDaveWeinbaum, and on Facebook.
Do you think it's fair to put Ronald Reagan in the same category as Bill Clinton?
No, because Reagan wasn't selling anything. He was out of office. This whole donation to the Clinton Foundation was predicated on the assumption that Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State and would likely be President of the United States. And you can ask your guest if he thinks this year or next year or the year after the Clinton Foundation is going to get $145 million from Russian interests. And he knows the answer is no, because they had something to sell. And that's what they sold. And they don't have anything to sell, so by their own calculation, they have no market value anymore. And the market is adjusted. There is a market, but it's not. There is a free market, but what he fails to point out, it's not a crony capitalism market that Clinton indulges. Now they're in the free market, and they have no profit. There's no motive to deal with them, so they're not going to make any money.
The widow of Staff Sergeant Mark D. Alencar, who was killed in a firefight in Afghanistan this past April, is sharing a very different experience about a condolence call from President Trump, saying she felt the president understood her loss. We have a portion of the call that she recorded and shared with CNN. Here it is.
I am so sorry to hear about the whole situation. What a horrible thing, except that he's an unbelievable hero. And, you know, all of the people that served with him are saying how incredible he was.
Yes, sir.
And just an amazing guy. And I he's a great hero.
I want to thank you, President Trump. Those words are very kind. He was an amazing man, an amazing husband, and an amazing soldier. And I couldn't be more proud of my husband.
Hey, follow me at DaveWeinbaum.com, on Twitter at TheDaveWeinbaum, and on Facebook.
How about a little fire, Scarecrow? You cursed brat! Look what you've done! I'm melting! Oh, what a world! Who thought a good little girl like you could destroy my beautiful wickedness? Look out! I'm going!
Hail, hail, the witch is dead. Witch, old witch, the wicked witch. Hail, hail, the wicked witch is dead. Hail, hail, the witch is dead. Witch, old witch, the wicked witch. Hail, hail, the wicked witch is dead.
Weinbaum Records presents, just in time for the holiday season, it's Republican Snowflakes, their greatest hits. You won't want to miss 1 second of their sobbing and crying with hits like this from John McCain.
Half-baked, spurious nationalism cooked up by people who would rather find scapegoats than solve problems.
Or how about this classic from Senator Bob Corker?
You would think he would aspire to be the President of the United States and act like a President of the United States, but, that's just not going to be the case.
Warm up next to the fire with this from former President George W. Bush.
Bigotry seems emboldened. Our politics seems more vulnerable to conspiracy theories and outright fabrication.
Or take a listen to this one from a snowflake that is so flaky, it's in his name, Senator Jeff Flake.
We must be unafraid to stand up and speak out as if our country depends on it, because it does. When the next generation asks us, why didn't you do something? Why didn't you speak up? What are we going to say?
Give it as a gift to someone you don't like. Republican Snowflakes, their greatest hits, is not sold in stores and is only available through this exclusive radio offer. But wait, there's more. Order Republican Snowflakes today and get included in your order Liberals, the original flakes.
This kind of behavior cannot be tolerated anywhere, whether it's in entertainment, politics. After all, we have someone admitting to being a sexual assaulter in the Oval Office.
How much would you spend for this great collection? $19.99? How about $9.99? Will you give me $5? Nope. You are stuck with these Republican Snowflakes until you vote them out. So act fast, as supplies are getting way too high. Republican Snowflakes, the gift that will keep on crying and crying and crying.
Aha! Aha! What do you know from funny, you